On November 22, 2024, we hosted a 25 minutes workshop during Family Day at the Harvard Art Museum. The event included 3 preschool children and 3 parents. This video documents our planning, implementation, and reflection. Our design centered on sound art, encouraging students to explore sound through everyday objects while expressing the dynamic relationship between material and the environment. Using the correcting place-based templates, we identify materials and posted the guiding questions. How can we explore sound through everyday objects? The inspiration for our material choice and design came primarily from the principle of Remida and Nixon's theory of loose parts. Inspired by Remida principle and Nixon's theory of loose part, we choose material to foster creativity and exploration. Remida argued, as waste, materials stripped their labeling as waste and refurbished as new material, expressive and poetic. We were also inspired by Nixon's words. In any environment, both the degree of inventiveness and creativity and the possibility of discovery are directly proportional to the number of kinds of variable in it. So we'll select a variety of open-ended material, categorize the material into 2 groups: soft sound material, rubber bands, bubble wrap, hard sound material, wooden stick, CDs, and bells, etc. We designed this open-ended categorization to encourage children to freely explore sound waste. We also provided diverse open-ended environment that encourage creativity for free exploration and interaction without competition. We created 3 independent workstations with identical material, avoiding competition and promoting safe, focused exploration. Meanwhile, the sound sculpture on wall sparked creativity. Using the template, we crafted prompts, technical scaffolds, and reflection questions. Our activity design is greatly inspired by Louisa Penfold, Glenda McNaughton, and Gillian Villiers. We would demonstrate how we applied their theories later.
For the implementation and observation process, we used the warm-up activity to quickly immerse children by connecting body movements with sound. Participants divided into 3 child-parent pairs and were seated at separate workstations. We began with a demonstration of how to produce sound using body movements.
Demonstration as McNaughton and Villiers suggest as a teacher technique. Demonstrating can help children's learning by showing them how to use material as special tools or how to accomplish a particular task.
During the demonstration, children and parents experimented with their own sounds like clapping shoulders, clicking tongue.
Make any sound. No,
Activity set a joyful and relaxed tone for the material exploration that followed. For the sound exploration phase, the children explored how materials produce different types of sound. To introduce sound art concepts, we used scaffolding materials like Rita Evans' Coil of Days and John Cage's Waterwork. Questions such as, what do you notice in this picture and what sound might this action produce, encourage observation and understanding, as noted by McNaught and William.
what do you see here? Can someone tell me what you see here? What do you see?
I see instruments.
Instrument. What kind of instrument?
During hands-on exploration, children experimented with materials such as foil, rubber band, and cardboard to create 3 types of sound: loud, soft, and funny. When a child crumpled aluminum foil, we asked, do you think changing its shape will change the sound? The child's subsequent exploration revealed how altering material shapes influence sound, a realization that they described as magical.
And then children progressed from exploring single sound to creating integrated sound sculpture. Nick Cave's sound suit were introduced as inspiration to connect sound, movement, and form. Facilitator posed questions like, if sound could be worn, what would it look like, to encourage abstracting thinking. Children then used various materials to build in sound sculpture. For example, one children combined a paper cup, dot tape, and cardboard to create an instrument-like piece, while another layered bells, cardboard, foil, and a bucket to explore resonance. First, sanitation play a central role in the process. As Mark Norton Williams mentioned, first sanitating referring to scheduling, selecting material, organizing space, interacting verbally and non-verbally with them, careful observation and thoughtful timing. For example, when a child tapped the single sound on her instrument-like structure, we
find all the sounds together, different, dun, 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 one by one. Yeah. Like the drum for you, right? Yeah.
What about trying something like this?
We paired this interaction with reflective question like, what happens when you layer different material to deepen their understanding of material interactions? Our activities were grounded in new materialism. As Penfold states, material are not merely passive substance for children's self-expression and manipulation, but a vibrant and active entity that work in dialogue with people to mutually transform one another. We embraced this by selecting diverse material that encourage experimentation and creating an environment where children could explore their agency. For example, children used foil to create texture and sound change, while bells and cardboard demonstrated resonance when layered. In the final presentation, children eagerly shared their sound sculpture. As a child even used storytelling. I made a person. This is her head, her neck, her arms, and when you hit them, they make a noise. We observed children focusing on individual elements rather than cohesive sound sculpture, so we facilitate reflective discussion with active listening and feedback.
Reflecting on what went well, several aspects stood out. First, effective material and space design inspired by Remida and Nicholson's theory of loose parts. We provided open-ended materials that encouraged children to explore how properties influence sound. 3 independent stations promoted equitable access, reflecting Reggio Emilia's concept of the environment as a third teacher. Second, well-structured activities. The workshop flowed logically from a body-focused warm-up to exploring sound types to creating sound sculptures, facilitating sensory exploration, conceptual understanding, and creative expression. Finally, strong teacher-child interaction. Techniques like questioning, feedback, and active listening bridge abstract concepts with hands-on learning, building confidence and fostering participation. We were surprised by the children's boldness and creativity. They used objects to build imaginative figures, combined sound and form ingeniously, and even wove stories into their sound sculptures, turning them into characters and settings. This ingenuity highlighted the value of active encouragement and attention in early childhood. Reflecting on how children interacted with materials, concepts, and space, the children demonstrated creativity, curiosity, and autonomy, quickly adapting to the space and actively experimenting with materials, physical properties like stretching, vibrating, and resonating. They explored sound material properties and creative expressions through hands-on activities, offering unique interpretations. While the Lightbox Gallery provided an inspiring setting, it limited movement and confined workspace reduced peer collaboration opportunities. We would refine instruction with simpler language and clear visual aids to boost inclusivity and confidence. To foster collaboration, we will introduce group tasks like shared sound installations, promoting teamwork and social interactions. Parent involvement will be deepened through collaborative activities such as co-creating sound sculptures to enhance engagement and support. Lastly, immersive tools like large-scale sound installations will inspire deeper explorations and dynamic interactions.